What up, kids?
Hello, everyone. I think I
How's it
selected the
going?
wrong intro.
Hey, it can't be any worse off than mine. Did you see mine?
Oh, it was like 30 seconds or something like that?
No, it was like 10 seconds. It was like a 10-second little like it was almost like it went to commercial break and then came back. Yeah, no, that one was. I think that's the one that we're supposed to use. I
Well,
think.
it didn't have the countdown at the beginning because usually it has a countdown and then it goes into the video. And so this one just went straight
Oh,
into the video. So I think I think that's the EP's fault. So we'll blame him.
yeah, yeah, totally. Everything's his fault. He's not here to defend himself.
Right, exactly. That's how we roll. That's how
I'm
Yes.
we
blaming
roll.
I'm blaming Mercury retrograde because everything crazy is happening in my life. So it's the planets.
It
Yeah,
is
your Mercury just yanked up the volume too.
right.
Oh,
It like went really loud, almost did like Joe.
Right. I was like,
I don't know
"Ah."
what to do.
No, you're good now. I
Now
think
it's
you're
good.
good. I
Yeah.
think you're good.
It just like shot up for a second. It's like, oh,
So as you can see, we have another guest host, Miss Renee in Austin, who's also the host of her own show. Renee, tell us about that.
It is the Ghost Wine and Spirit Show. Now I've been taking a little bit of a break because my kids had all their end of school things and we're moving to a new house and packing. It's just been really chaotic in the Becklin home lately. So
yeah.
hopefully, and then I had a guest. She had a situation where I thought, kind of at the last minute, it was like I can't be on. I'm like, well, there goes that. So
Right. How dare you? Only
I
I
know.
can
No, I
cancel.
mean it's fine, but like it just happens, and so I'm looking for guests. So if anybody wants to talk about the paranormal ghosts, let me know. You would
Awesome.
you would think people would be lined up at the door, but people are really shy to get on here. They're like, "Oh, I have so many ghost stories," but then they don't want to they don't want to talk about them.
Yeah,
Period.
It's kind of
because
like aliens.
right. Because
It's like,
they're liars. That's why.
yeah. We would never call Renee's guests liars. Only Joe's
No.
guests.
Only
Joe's guests.
Because everyone makes it up or photoshops all of their photos and stuff like that. So
I mean, and because people do
That's-
Photoshop, I always have to send stuff to Joe. I'm like, Joe, what is this? And then he'll be like, due to the reflective pragmatic, blah blah blah.
big words, big words.
I know it's,
It's
too
Photoshop.
much.
It's
It's too
Photoshop.
much for me.
Well, Sandy, tell us about your day.
I really don't want to talk about my day. I want to talk about what I ate today. How about that?
Hey, that's even better. Okay,
Because-
What's her whole day? That's what she did all day was eat.
Yes, that's all I thought about, like when we were going to eat, what we were going to eat, because there's this new restaurant in town. Hey, Anita, welcome to the show.
welcome to the show. Hello.
Hi,
hello.
Nita.
And, I feel like Lubbock does like a great job at welcoming restaurants. Like we go there and we have waits and then we just drop them.
Oh yeah.
We never go back. It's
Oh,
like, even though it was good, you just never go back. You just want to be there for the first opening day to say that you did it, and then you never come back.
Yeah,
Lubbock
then
is the worst about that.
Then we ghost you.
Yeah. So anyway, I went to a new restaurant. It's called La Iguana This is not a paid sponsorship, by the way. I was so impressed with their food, and I ordered. This would have made Mr. Pineapple's day. I ordered the Piña Hawaiiana, which basically the Hawaiian pineapple, and it
I thought it was
was
Hawaiian bean.
do what?
I thought it was Hawaiian bean.
Oh
Like
yeah,
a Hawaiian.
I ordered a Hawaiian bean.
I took a bean, yeah. Bean. Okay.
Right. Excellent. Good translation. But anyway, it was delicious. So this sucker has pineapple, has mango, has raw shrimp, cooked shrimp, and also octopus. And then I was like, oh, Joe can never eat here.
Never.
Never can eat here.
This is what it looks like, y'all.
Y'all ready for this? So good.
That's crazy looking. And I'm
It was so
intrigued.
good. And it had cucumbers in it, and then it was spicy. I was sweating. I mean, it was so good. Yeah.
So it's like a sweet, spicy type. Like that's what it looks like.
No, nothing sweet about it. No, it was like spicy.
Oh, really? I was like, but
Yeah.
it's a pineapple. Isn't pineapple kind of sweet?
Yeah, but I mean, like whatever the seasoning was, it was spicy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was really good. And then my coworkers, one of them got the it's called the momias. What? Hold on. Oh shoot. Camarón de momia or something like that. Anyway, basically mummy shrimp, and it's just bacon wrapped shrimp. So good. And it's topped with cheese. Yes, topped with cheese and salsa. And so that was delicious. And of course, rice and a little bit of cucumbers and lettuce. Look at Shauna. Lost me at raw shrimp. Trust me, Shauna, I lost Joe. The minute I said seafood, he was out.
Yeah, any shrimp, I'm out. I would die.
Yeah. Joe would be having some reactions. Look at this. Sean said, no, thank you, just for Joe.
No.
And then we also had a tostada torre. And this has fish. This has shrimp in it. This has...
Wow.
And they gave you this like amazing sauce that I've never in my life ever tasted before. It was so good. I mean, everything was delicious. It was fresh. So I recommend it in case y'all were wanting somewhere new to go.
Like it's about like almost 8 to 10 inches high.
It was huge. It was like she didn't finish it. I ate everything in my pineapple, but she didn't finish it. But she did not finish it. Anita, it's over by the boxing club. You should go since you're over there working out.
Oh, is it where the wing place used to be? Is that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They opened up in that place.
Wow.
So anyway, that was my day.
So is it like a Hawaiian flair or is it tropical? Like that, everything you showed me confused me quite a bit.
No, okay, so they call it Estilo Nayarit because it's a city in Mexico.
Okay, all right. So it's like Mexico food. It's not Tex-Mex. Okay.
No, ma'am.
And
no,
it's
ma'am.
like seafood Mexican, like Mexican seafood.
Yeah.
That is
nice.
really cool. Oh, don't look.
Right, don't be nosy.
Don't be.
That's
pay-per-view, people. That's pay-per-view.
So anyway, Renee, how was your day?
It was good. I'm back to cutting hair again. For those of you who don't know, I'm a hairstylist. And so I've been taking lots of breaks lately on everything. And so I took a break from cutting hair and doing hair. And now my books are filling up. But I had someone cancel on me today. So I was like, it was kind of like one of those things where I'm like, oh, man, oh, well, so it's... And now I could go crawl back in bed. And so that was my day. And I'm just kind of really enjoying this time with my daughters and letting them sleep in for a little bit before summer camp start. And again, like I said earlier, we're moving. So starting to purge and pack and throw stuff away when my husband's not home because we don't need to move it. So
because you don't need all those cords.
I don't need all the cords and that.
But you never know. We might need a cord from 1975.
No. See, that's his whole like, I might need this one day. I'm like, have you needed it in the 16 years that we lived in this house? No.
But one day.
Oh, that's sad.
The one day.
When you move, you'll need it in your new home.
Right. And it's... Yesterday we went over to the home build and we're measuring walls and making sure things will fit and it's stressful, you guys. My eyes all twitchy and I'm nervous and I can't sleep. And it's just, like I read something where change is scary because I'm so comfortable. I've been in this house for almost 17 years. So it's a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And it's just across
that would make sense.
It's just across the city. Like I'm not moving across to another state or anything. It's just across the street, practically across the highway. But I'm kind of nervous about it. You kind of get set in your little pattern, your little driving and traffic pattern, and now I have to meet and not talk to new neighbors again. So.
I have to watch Fear Thy Neighbor.
Right.
I gotta look at the windows and see what they're doing. And
yeah, so you might, after you get moved, you'll probably like have that automatic where you want to take this exit instead of this exit. And you're just like, oh, crap, I don't live here anymore.
Right. We were talking about all the places where my husband can stop and get dinner on the way home after we move. And he's thinking about the house we live in currently. He's like, well, that's out of my way. I'm like, it won't be. Right. You're going to get us a Dairy Queen Hunger Buster on the way home.
Is y'all's Dairy Queen fast over there?
Well, it's being built just like my house. They're building one. So we'll be a certified Texas city once the Dairy Queen is up.
Nice. So hopefully it'll be the newer style Dairy Queens because those old timey one Dairy Queen in the city.
Yeah, Joe, when you lived in Clovis, did you guys always go to the Dairy Queen over there across from like Marshall Junior High, like for celebrations or after Clovis High football games?
No, the only Dairy Queen I remember was out on Mabry Drive, the one on the way out of town. I remember that one.
Oh, okay.
It turned into something else though, like way back when. So,
Oh, okay, all
like
right.
5-6 years ago.
Oh, wait.
I'm going to answer this question for Anita real quick. She's asking, is it in the same shopping center? She's right next door to to the boxing club. I actually stopped in and said hi to Rosie, Anita. So
Right.
anyway.
I was going to go to the boxing club, but I ended up at Little Caesars Pizza. So
Oh, you had good intentions. Maybe
I
next
was
time.
right there. I had my boxing gloves in the back, and then I ended up at Little Caesars Pizza. So
Let me tell you, man, that boxing club, we had that's where I met Anita actually. I met her back in 2009. That's where we worked out. And that was one of the best workouts ever. Like
yeah,
gained a whole new respect for boxing, except for whatever Mayweather and whatever that Paul kid were doing. Not that stuff, but real boxing.
That was crazy. I watched a little bit of that. I'm like, what is this? Looks like a hallway fight from junior high. It was just.
Yeah, and all I did was watch it on the Twitter feed. I just kept refreshing the Twitter feed, and people were like posting stuff up. And I'm like, I am so glad I did not pay for this.
Yeah, no, ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
How was your day, Joe?
Well, so today was kind of boring. I did get my nap in. Thanks, Chon. Thanks for reminding me.
Thank you.
I got my nap in, but I want to talk about yesterday because I actually had a cool thing. I actually drove to Amarillo and I got to see my dad in his house.
That's so awesome.
So if you don't know, my dad has been in the hospital since December 24th.
My gosh.
With COVID. So he was fighting it this whole time. And this past Monday was his first day home. And so he had spent a total of 165 days.
Oh my gosh. I bet he just could be kissing the ground if it's home. Oh my gosh.
And what sucked was I get there and I'm like, I noticed it's a little warm in there. He's like, yeah, our air conditioner's out.
No. Welcome home. Welcome home. Let me just go
I'll go back to the hospital one more night.
I would still rather be here than at the hospispital. So
I'm so glad he's home, Joe. That's a long, I mean, oof.
Did you take him to Little Caesars that you got?
No. So he actually doesn't live in Amarillo. He lives outside of Amarillo. It's kind of like Levelland is to Lubbock. Okay. And so, I had to go out there as a little ways to see him. But this is what sucks. So his phone, I pay for it, his phone, and he hasn't been able to use it because it says iPhone is disabled. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll call, see what I can do to get disabled. Well,
you're like, don't worry, Dad, I'm in IT.
Right, exactly. So I had to, he doesn't remember any of his passwords. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I write this down? So I tried to remember his password. And I was like, you know what? Let's just set you up a new account. I'm just going to reset your whole phone. He doesn't care about pictures or anything like that. So I was like, I'm just going to reset your phone. So I go. And I didn't bring my laptop. He has his own laptop, which is from the 1950s.
I was going to say, how old is it?
Right. So he only does 2 things on. He's like, those 2 things I do on it are really fast. Well, I'm trying to download
Solitaire.
Yeah. He goes YouTube and maybe Solitaire, and I'm trying to download iTunes to get it activated. So I get it downloaded after like 30 minutes to download iTunes, and then I plug it in, and it says, hey. I'm going to activate your account, but I need you to get, the, what's it called? The, where they send you the code to put in so you can do that. Well, I go, all right, so let's go to your email. And he hasn't logged into his email in 130 something days or whatever. And so it's asking, I'm going to send you a pin to your phone that you can't get into.
Oh my God.
So you can get into your Yahoo account. So he doesn't remember his password to his Yahoo account. So, oh my, it was just, I was like, I can't get into your phone.
You know what, Dad? I'm going to get you a brand new 12.
Right, exactly. So it cost me, I can recover the password, but it cost me like $12 to sign up for some Yahoo service under his, and he didn't remember a phone number that was associated with the account. Luckily, he remembered the other email that was associated with the account. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. And I still couldn't get it working because his laptop was so dang slow, I couldn't
Oh
make it
my god.
work. So I had to bring it back with me here to Lubbock. And in like 5 minutes, I got it working.
Oh my gosh. You're like, I got it, Dad, but I'll be back.
Yeah, I was like, so I'll probably go back on Friday to drop him off his phone and set up all of his stuff. But oh my gosh, it was just like a vicious
And that's why
loop.
Joe needed a nap.
Right? And that's why I was.
I've done very similar to what your dad's done, where I needed like the verification code and all this, and so I make sure my husband is like I'm going to put it in your name and in your number, so that way, because he remembers everything, and I'll just like, hey, can you make sure you send me the code for my own phone because I don't remember.
Right, exactly. It's like, I understand the security thing, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't get into your phone because I need this and I need this. But I can't get into your email either because you need this and this that you.
That's
supposed
the
to get on your
worst.
phone. Yeah, it was like, oh, it was crazy. And then
But
yesterday,
give it to a hacker and they can get it
I
in
know,
2
I was going to
seconds.
say the same thing. Like your
Yeah.
dad needs to just like put in passwords for companies, and that way hackers won't be able to.
exactly, exactly.
He's like, I don't remember.
Right. Oh, and then I played some volleyball yesterday. I drove back. I made it in time back for my volleyball game, and we had a double header. We won one and lost one. And then my knee reminded me, it's like, hey, buddy, we don't jump.
Oh, were you wearing your brace?
Yeah, I was wearing my brace, luckily, but I was like, hey, we don't jump. Stop that. And I was like, okay, I'll calm down.
Oh, wow. So did y'all play that team that y'all lost to last time, or that lost to y'all last time?
So we like cremated the first team, and the second one we went 3 sets, and we lost the third set 15-13. You played 15.
Oh yeah.
We lost by 2 points, and I hate losing like that. I would much rather get
Yeah, because
like,
you can't talk smack.
right, I would much rather get like beat down. It's
Yeah.
like, because we had that hope that you like we're that close to winning, y'all.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, somebody sacrifice yourself.
Exactly. Please.
Well, he did. His knee's not working. He's like,
So our team name is called the Flying Squirrels, and we're like, we need a T-shirt with a squirrel on it, and they were like, and with a knee brace, because there's like 3 of us that have our knee problems.
Oh my god.
We're
Y'all
the
need to play like
geriatric
on a little soft surface.
It's
a
sand.
spongy.
It's sand, but it's
Sand
still,
is hard on you, though.
yeah, sand is hard on you. So yeah, awesome.
we were just at a playground yesterday that had one of those spongy playground bottoms, and I'm like, this is amazing. I want this everywhere, like even in my house, and that
Right.
way, like, I want this. I think it should be just built into everybody's
It's a
home because
requirement.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're about to start our segment. Here we go.
Okay, ready?
Oh, I forget how. It's not very long.
No, it's not. Y'all think we sped it up.
Yeah, I was like, what happened there? What happened? Okay, so today we are going to be doing Ripped from the Headlines, and I thought I had an epiphany while I was in the shower this morning. Let's all get headlines that kind of correspond with what we do and what we like to have fun with. So Sandy likes true crime, so hers will
Yeah.
be about true crime. Renee loves ghosts and spirits, so that's going to be hers, and mine's going to be fun stuff. So
He's a fun guy.
yeah, because I'm a
because
funny guy.
Sandy and I are so dark. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So we're gonna end the show. We'll end the show with mine.
On a happy note.
So we'll end with a happy note. So let's start with Sandy, so you get that all out of the way. Just kidding.
Okay, no, because this is great. Like, to me, this is like exciting, and it should be for y'all too. Here's the headline. Are you ready for this? Genealogy site leads to arrest in a 1972 cold case. Like, isn't that amazing? A cold case from 1972 has now been solved thanks to DNA. And to me, that's just greatness. But this poor girl was stabbed and dumped. And anyway, Barry Whipley, who was now 76, has been arrested. And what's sad about this is, of course, her parents have passed, and so they'd never, they passed and never got resolution. But if y'all if y'all are kind of remotely into true crime, the Golden State Killer was captured through a genealogy website. But anyway, so Mr. Whelpley was 27 at the time of this murder. But anyway, he is currently in jail, and I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to remind y'all about this, okay? My family, my stuff's all over probably every DNA database that I'll be trying to commit murders.
Right, exactly.
Because y'all are going to get caught.
So
And then
so he did like 21 and 23 and me.
Yes.
And
Oh, my God.
then that led into, I don't know why my computer's going crazy. Yeah, it led into the cops. And
Right.
they're like, hey, you're exactly the DNA match of this killer.
Right. And it might not have been him that did it. It might have been a family member
Oh,
that
So they're
wow.
like,
submitted.
you're 20% Scottish, you have 30% German, and then like the rest of you is a killer.
Right. The rest of you is serial killer. So, yeah. So this genetic genealogy, they tied his DNA to the crime scene. But yeah, it's we volunteered to submit our own DNA, and so they're using it, which is fine with me. I'm like, if it captures murderers and serial killers, more power. But I know Mr. Pineapples is not a fan.
Right.
He's like, don't do your DNA. I'm like, too late. I think I've done it like with 3 people.
Right.
Well, anytime you get blood, I mean, don't they already have your DNA? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's just
Look-
something we got.
Sean, I'm not sure what you're saying no about.
I know. I don't know if I understand.
Right.
Anita said, Sandy, you described that crime story with such enthusiasm.
And she did.
I need that because I want y'all to be excited about
Yeah.
the advances in DNA.
Right.
Really.
Right.
Like, I'm super excited about this.
So I did the 23andMe,
You
and
did?
my kids were so mad at me because I ended up being 98.1% Filipino.
Okay.
And they were just like, Dad, you're so boring.
Right.
And I was like, I'm sorry that I'm a true blood and you guys are a bunch of mutts.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Kate's like this little melting pot. He has like all the cool stuff, and I'm just basically a little Indian girl. That's all I
Right,
am.
exactly. Yeah, and I
Which is exciting. We like Indian girl.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah. So Renee, have you done a genealogy test?
No, but I'm wanting, I want it as a gift. I want someone to be like, here's your little, swab your mouth, send this off. Let's find out what you are. Because I have heard so many of my friends who, like their whole life, their parents were like, yeah, you're German, or yeah, you're this. And then
Yes.
they get their genealogy. And my friend's like, I'm Scottish. Like, I've been lied to my whole life. And so I'm interested to see, because just because you have a certain last name doesn't mean that you have a lot of that characteristics of your surname. So I'm very interested to see. And then my mom was adopted, you guys. So to me, I want to know if I have any cousins out there, or if I have a grandmother that's still living, or a grandfather that's still living, because my mom's adoption story is very, very sad. So I won't get into it, but I'm kind of curious to see what else is out there on my side. And that way I can give it to my kids and, tell them, okay, well, I knew I was this from my dad, but I didn't know anything about this from my mom. So that's on my birthday, Christmas list.
That's cool. I'm adopted too, and I keep hoping that, I don't really hope, but I'm just like, think it's interesting if I were to get someone. The closest that I've got is a second cousin twice removed, and he shares like 0.01% of his DNA with me. And so
I
I'm like,
see.
oh, that's
It's so crazy because every day I get new DNA matches. They're like, Sandy, click to find more.
You got
Exactly.
more cousins.
I know. It's like, I don't need any more. I have plenty. And it was
Right.
so funny because I got like one on my DNA, and he's like way down the line, and he lives in Florida, and he was like, hey, cousin. And he's like, how much Indian do you have? And I told him, he's like, oh, I've got like 0.008. I'm like, I don't know how we're related then. But anyway, so I like the DNA stuff just intrigues me. I think it's amazing. And I don't know anything about the markers and all that stuff, but I just think it's intriguing.
It is intriguing. And like with crimes, it's so neat to see how like cold cases are starting to come to light. And I mean, I can just imagine cold case investigators just really trying to delve into to
Oh
solving
yeah.
these cases. Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
That is just crazy. This dude is 76, and
Yeah, and he was 27 at the time that he did it.
wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow, wow. Okay, what's your next one, Cindy?
Okay, so my next one is this awesome Wisconsin woman because this intrigued me. Y'all, I mean, everything intrigues my little brain. Fax machines intrigue me still. So if you want to know how I'm operating,
That's magic.
I like, how does it do that? Like, I send you a piece of paper and you get a piece of paper. It's so weird to me. Anyway. So this lady right here, she was arrested. She was accused of murdering her friend with eye drops. And I'm like, what? Like, this is new to me. So I had no idea that eye drops could kill you. So what she did initially was she staged it to look like 62-year-old Lynn Hernan had basically committed suicide. And so they ruled it a drug overdose. But 2 years and 8 months after his death, they had a stunning new development. And a woman who claimed to be the friend and caregiver, so she spiked his water bottle with a lethal dose of eye drops. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How does anybody find that out?
So let me tell you about this because
Listen to this murder here.
yeah.
Let me tell you how this happens.
So
Yes.
it's no. It's so crazy that you say this because I'm a big fan of a show called 911, and they actually had saved this woman who on a deck. She had fallen through the deck, and they saved her. And they noticed that her son was not looking very well. Well, she had been conning people out of money by saying that her son is sick and they don't know what's wrong with them.
Munchausen by proxy.
Yep, exactly. So he had that, but what she was doing was she's putting eye drops in his food.
Gross.
And so,
my
she was
gosh.
poisoning him with eye drops. And then he got. So the firefighter that saves her becomes friends with the family, of course, TV drama and stuff.
Right.
Well, he's mad because he wants to hang out with his firefighter friend, so he puts a whole bunch of eye drops in his mom's cereal, and he goes, "She didn't know that I know that she was doing that."
No.
Yeah, so it's just so crazy that you linked a story with eye drops because it's not something that they test for in the poisoning part of
No,
things.
not at all.
So it's just, she was able to get away with it for so long, and then her son was like, "Oh yeah, let me show you how it works." And she had a huge. She opened up the cabinet, and there were like 4 or 5 cases of eye drops. Stuff in there, so it's just
Because that's not suspicious.
not at all.
I
Yeah,
have
Nobody
severe
has
dry eye.
that bad of a dry eye.
right, exactly. Yeah, so he
Yeah.
was not allowed to have friends. He wasn't allowed to have people over because she was doing that thing. So
See, and that almost reminds me of that Gypsy Rose case. Like, she ended up killing her mama because she kept her sick. But y'all, this heifer here, she defrauded that poor guy out of $300,000, and she blew most of it on gambling and expensive gifts, and including spa treatments for friends and acquaintances.
oh
That's so
my
sad.
goodness.
I mean, it's just I mean, I learned something every day.
And they solved it 2 years after he died. Like, I wonder whose light bulb went off. We're like, wait a minute.
I'm trying to see if it shows anything. Oh yeah, I guess because they got the toxicology report and he had a fatal dose of tetrahydrozoline, the main ingredient in over-the-counter eye drops.
But 2 years later, that's slow.
Right?
Someone is lagging behind.
Yeah.
That's so sad. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just overwhelmed and there's only one person probably in that lab.
She confessed to pouring 6 bottles of Visine eye drops into a water bottle and giving it to him.
Ooh, like, trust nobody and your water bottles.
Right, exactly. I was like, 6 bottles of Visine. She was like, there, like, squirt.
I mean, she should have carpal tunnel by now from squeezing all those bottles. I mean, that should be her punishment.
They're small. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And when I go to put Visine in my eye, I can barely pinch it with the strength of my 2 fingers because I'm like just waiting for that one drop and like, oh Lord, here it comes, like.
Right,
Yeah.
they purposely make it hard because you're only supposed
So
to
they don't want to kill
put a few drops.
See, See, they're going to start regulating that now, or they're going to change up the formula.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
They
to go to the pharmacy now and say, "Hey, can I get some eye drops?" And
Yeah.
All because of this Wisconsin greedy woman who wanted to be gambling.
unbelievable,
I
unbelievable.
know. But anyway,
Well, at least she was caught. So that's
yeah, there's that. Anita, how do you feel about that story? Let me know.
exactly. So, do you have another one, Sandy?
I have one more, and this is definitely a crime, and it's upsetting to me, okay? So, as you guys know, I'm very intrigued with the Smoky Mountains because there's feral people, okay?
Mountain men.
And there's some wild mountain men. Anyway, they found some visitors to the Great Smoky Mountains. They have been accused of feeding peanut butter to a bear. Okay. I mean, yes, Yogi was intriguing. We all loved that bear, but you're not supposed to feed the bears. Why? Because then they become friendly, and then they want other people's foods, and then they'll attack people, and then you have to put the bear down, like it's the bear's fault.
Right.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's a
Oh.
crime, and they did get cited for doing that crap because they started suspecting it was being fed because he appeared to be food conditioned. And so it just says that managing wild bears in a park that receives more than 12 million visitors is an extreme challenge. And then here's these people. And so they had to tranquilize it and then release it in a kind of the same general area, but still. People.
The
People
bear
stress me out.
Yeah, it reminds me of that TikTok of that girl pushing that bear off the fence.
Off the fence.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
That's
And
crazy.
she was like, it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do at the time.
Yeah, she tried to yeet that bear off of the fence. It was like trying to get her dogs.
Yeah, the dogs are barking because they're like, hey, what's going on? You're not supposed to be here, just like normal dogs do. And she swiped at that one dog, and the dog was like, oh, crap, it almost hit me.
Yes.
And she pushed it. And if you watch the whole video, she has her cubs with her.
Yeah,
bear.
they're like just right over there. Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah,
Like, on
That's
the
going
other
to
side.
turn really bad really fast because mama bears. But what I love, my favorite part of that is like her like march out there to get the bear and her dress, and then her prairie dress that she's wearing.
And her moo.
Right. I thought it was staged. I was like, is this a joke? What's going on? I was like, and then you come to find out that it's real. That's just crazy to me. They must have been, I don't know where they're at, but it's just crazy how those bears are like, hey, we're just minding our business, walking along the wall here.
Yeah.
And your dogs come out and try to attack me. What am I supposed to do? Like, there were people on both sides of the fence. Like, you shouldn't have been messing with the bear. They're just, we're already in.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
other people are like, it's just crazy to me. I was like, hey, she didn't do anything but push the bear off the fence, okay?
Yeah.
The bear's going to be fine.
She was just trying to protect her 6 dogs that were out there. I mean, and he just was having a snack.
Yeah, plot twist. Now they're cited for having too many pets in the city limits. We're like, well, you have too many dogs now.
It's like, I didn't want to go viral. I wasn't trying to go viral.
Yeah. That also is like that guy that that bobcat attacked the lady, and he like gets that thing and just like body slams that cat. Do y'all remember that one?
He eats that cat.
He
holds
yeeted the cat
for like 20 feet, yelling
He's
at
like
it.
this.
And then he like Lion King's it across the yard, and it's so crazy. That's crazy.
No, it's crazy that people do things for their animals. Like the guy that wrestled the alligator. Did you see that one?
Oh yes, that his puppy got in the water.
Puppy got in the water, and he's got a cigar in his mouth, and he's like trying to pry open the alligator's mouth to let go of the dog.
Yeah, I'd have been like, "Bye, puppy. Goodbye."
It's like he's done that before. It's like he's like, "Oh, here we go again."
That is so crazy.
If y'all want to watch a very annoying video, there is a video on YouTube where a bear is on the campsite, and there's this girl, she starts recording. Well, the bear starts eating her kayak, and she's super annoying. She's like, "Stop it, bear." the bear ain't listening. And she's like, I'm gonna pepper spray you, bear. Anyway, it's so annoying. Y'all need to watch it.
He's like, it's just a picnic basket.
Yeah. And then she's like trying to level with him. She's like, I just bought the kayak, bear. And then, it's hilarious, but she's annoying.
Right. It's so good.
That makes me wonder how people responded to my video of that raccoon that was in my patio. Did you guys see that?
I guess so.
So last week on my Facebook feed, it's on there, but there's a raccoon that was on my back patio.
I'm finding it. I'm gonna find it.
And we have cat food out there. Now people are like, well, you're leaving cat food out. Well, this lady abandoned, so we take care of it. So my dog is going berserk inside the house. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, you're going to wake River up. She was napping. So I go there and there's this nasty raccoon just eating the cat food. And its tail is like, at first I thought it was a possum because it doesn't have one of those fluffy tails. And then I'm like yelling at it through the door. I'm like, get away from the cat food. That's not your cat food. Go away. And then it looks at me and I'm like, don't look at me.
That is so funny. We need to have you go viral.
It jumps down and then it rips its tail off.
What? It's a mangy thing.
I thought it was like poop hanging off its back.
No, it's its tail.
That's like an old one.
It's nasty.
Oh, it is. That's not cute and chubby with little dark circles.
Chupacabra, huh?
And I'm yelling at it. I'm like, get away. Stop that. That's not your food. I'm beating on the door. And it's daytime, so something's wrong. It's like 4 PM or something.
And right. Look, and then like it's bothering him.
Yeah, there's our cat. Cat's like, peace out. I'm just gonna sleep.
That cat's like, get your rabies out of my dish.
No, so everything that was there has been thrown away, and we threw it all away because I was afraid of what it might do. And then this is when I get really bad at it. I'm like, stop it. And I'm so glad I recorded it because nobody would believe me what happens next. It's so gross, you guys. And if you have a weak stomach, you may not want to watch the rest of it.
Okay, so we'll stop.
See?
Ew, it's like breaking off. It's already dead. It's bothering him so bad. He got caught somewhere.
There was flies like buzzing around, and I thought this is some crap.
Oh wow! Did you?
And no matter. No, well, see where we live out in the country. Later on, it rips its tail off, folks. It rips its tail off and runs away with the tail in its mouth. And yeah, I'm not kidding. It rips its tail off.
He's a cannibal raccoon.
He eats himself. I don't know if that's called cannibalism when you eat yourself.
I don't know. I'm a snack.
I don't know exactly what you would call that.
High self-esteem if you think you're a snack.
I know. I recorded it and I told my husband, he was on his way home, I'm like, man, there was this nasty raccoon and it just ripped his tail off and took it and went away. And he was like, you got to be kidding me.
He's like, shut up. No.
And I'm like, no. So he saw the video. He's like, oh my gosh. And where we live, we don't get animal control. We live out in the country.
Yeah, they're not coming. Good luck to you, sister.
Like I called the sheriff, and they're like, "Well, we'll just make a note of it," And I'm like, "There's probably a rabid tailless raccoon in the neighborhood."
All you had to say was it attacked a child.
Right? Attacked my cat.
Okay,
Anita,
Rene, it is your turn. Oh, sorry, go.
Hold on. I just want to do one comment. Anita said, that was a crazy story. I had to grab and look at my Visine bottle. Mark it, Anita. Mark it with a marker to see how much you have left.
Yeah, so you know how much that you've used.
Put some tape around that.
Right, yeah, exactly. Make sure that all your bottled waters are sealed.
Yeah.
So don't let them do that.
Sleep
all right, Rene, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, when you look up ghosts on the internet and the news, you get a bunch of weird stuff, and it's not what you think it is. So I had to search quite a bit, and one of them is the building, window building. And I know Joe's going to be like, "This is his photography stuff.
Keep it yourself.
It's just a shadow." But let me talk about it anyway. So there's this lady from Texas, and she went to the Stanley Hotel. Now, the Stanley Hotel is in Colorado, and it's the hotel where The Shining was kind of based off, where Stephen King wrote.
I've been there.
It's Estes Park.
And Estes Park, that's right.
Mhm.
Ding ding, good boy.
Yeah.
Yay.
We drove by it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were by there. I thought you
Yeah.
went in.
And I don't
No.
know if you could pull up the picture if it's coming. Yeah, I sent it to you on Facebook.
Is this it?
And yeah, that's it. And so like she took a picture, like she's being feeling, I guess, very patriotic, and she would take a picture of the American flags. And she said that she wasn't even looking until, of course, they never see it when they're there until they
Right.
Right.
review the pictures. But if you look at the first American flag on the second, like the picture on the right,
Right.
there's like
Oh.
a person there, and she said she didn't even notice that person. The hotel was closed. It's not taking visitors. They're doing tours, but nobody's staying in the hotel right now. And so that's something she kind of freaked out about. And she's like, is this a ghost? Is this somebody trapped in there? Is this just
is light playing.
well, see, I knew you.
Stop it,
Would
Joe
you just,
Baker. That's a
let
girl.
us believe that there's a ghost in there?
Oh my, there's a ghost in the window.
So I kind of wish it.
To the window, to the wall.
I kind of wish it was two girls, like the twins from from The Shining. You know, those creepy hallway twins. It's right in their face.
I don't watch scary movies, sorry.
Well, and so that was something. I'm like, of course, it's a Texas lady that has to discover this.
Right.
And, you know, she's like, I just want to take pictures of American flags, and I saw a ghost.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty clear. I mean, that looks like a real person. She's not transparent.
Mm-hmm.
She used a lot of energy to do that. Right
She's
there.
causing her own shadow.
A lot of energy, yes.
So
A lot of energy, tons.
I thought that was kind of unique. And
Put that in the comments if y'all think that's real or not.
Yeah.
Let us
And I
know.
tried to get a better picture, but that was the best one I could find of this.
No, that's
Okay.
actually really
So
good.
How recent was this?
This was like last week.
Oh, wow.
And again, the hotel is not open for anything but tours during the daytime, but nobody's staying there. They just opened up apparently. So I don't know what Colorado's situation is with COVID and their stuff.
But because if you look back at the original picture, I mean, you can still see it over there.
You can still
like
see-
I can see it.
Yeah, you would think that there's somebody right here in the window.
Mm-hmm.
Or a cat, or, something like that.
That's a raccoon.
big cat.
That's a Tellus raccoon.
Those raccoons just looking for cat food. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting and unique, and that was all it said. It was a really short article about just this one photo, and that was the only photo that she, said, "Hey, look at this." Shush.
Right.
And then the next one kind of goes with my show. It's the one that I sent you the emails of with
Okay.
Joe. So this person was working in a wine store.
It's $5 wine.
I know. That's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, where is this place? And so they have it on CCTV, but I could only get photos of it. And so this person's closing up the store. She's all by herself, or he. I don't know. I can't tell. It doesn't matter.
That would be a she, I think.
The employee. And so
Employee.
they're, closing out the store. Nobody else is there. And so it looks normal. Go to the next one, please.
Next one right there.
And so again, look
the
how it's
boxes.
in motion and it's falling down. And
Oh.
They
she's
didn't like the wine.
I'm not drinking
You know
any
what?
Merlot.
Okay, it probably only had like 3% alcohol volume. If it's for $5, it better have more than
It was probably not meant to be dry stored,
Right.
and so there's like, hey, this is just a waste of wine now because
right.
And then the next one kind of makes me laugh of her just standing over.
And they wasted it.
And they're like, she just looks like, what the heck? I'm right here. And so I just thought that was very
That's
interesting.
That
Yeah,
is
how,
interesting.
you can obviously see it in motion and she's still far away from that.
Joe, what do you
end.
think caused this?
So I think it was improper stacking of the wine bottles here. As you can see, that these are not the sturdiest, and probably someone took a bottle out of the bottom one. We're not working in the best environment here.
It's only $5.
And they waited until closing time
And
for it
then
to fall
wait-
over.
Right, exactly. This is obvious what it is, people.
Obvious.
I just like her stance here, like, what? just really studying it. Just really.
I like her lilac hair.
I do like her hair, and I'm interested in that tattoo on her leg, and
right.
Just I like the fact. I appreciate she's still wearing her face mask, even though she's by herself.
Yeah.
I don't know about that longhorn color, but okay.
I know. Well, I think in the original it's red because
okay,
the wine looks like really gross.
So where was this at, Rene?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I found this on the Tiki Talkies. So yeah.
Look, there's this lady over here, right here. If you look to the right, there's a lady.
Oh, see, I didn't even see her.
And then she turns into a little kid. She turns into a little kid, and she just hits this right here. And it's kinetic force.
Dang it, Joe.
And it pushes over. So.
See, I don't see those people. I still like her stance. What?
Right. Renee's like, I'm still running with this one.
I know. Yeah, she's like, I am in so much trouble.
She told her, "Ma'am, please don't hit this box here. It's gonna knock this other box over, and I'm going to clean it up." And that's.
So I'm going to put in some overtime.
So if the other 3 boxes below it are empty, so she probably just lost about what, like $30 worth of wine.
Yes.
Woohoo!
But let me show you the next picture. Go to that crab.
Let me go to this comment real quick. Anita said, yes, it does look like a person. Creepy. I would have deleted it once I saw it. Sorry, Flags.
Sorry, America.
Sorry about you.
All right, let me see if I can find.
And the crab is, it only came up because it showed, there, it's cute. Because
it's so pretty.
I put ghost stories. Now, these crabs are here in Texas. There's my raccoon. And it's called a ghost crab. And what and I'm like, well, what's so interesting about these? Well, they're in Texas, and they can dig like a golf ball size hole to like go into. Have you ever seen a crab go into a hole? They're like sideways, and they're like,
yeah.
Really? I've seen a crab smoking a cigarette and one wielding a knife.
Yeah. Some ghetto crabs.
Those are my kind of crabs.
The true crime crabs.
Yes.
You guys, get this, okay? Sandy, maybe you can catch up to. They run 10 miles per hour.
No, I can't.
Wow.
I can't do
they can move 10 miles sideways.
Make fun of Sandy running joke.
Well, I can't even do 10 miles per hour. Like, hell, like being chased by a crab with a knife, I can't even run that. Or tailless raccoon. So I'm dead. But look at, they're called ghost crabs, and I just thought it was cute. But another thing, they can twist their eyeballs, and they can like look behind them and in front of them.
Oh,
isn't that, man? I want to come back as a ghost crab.
I've never been this fast, and I can see behind me.
And I can run sideways and look in front and behind me, and I'm still in Texas.
So crazy.
But that was no ghost stories.
I've seen a crab get in my belly.
Did you have any other ones?
No, that was it. Oh, yeah, you better. Yeah, he's about to rip it off.
He was doctoring himself right there.
So we thought we'd do a public service announcement for everyone to make sure you check your pockets, check those old lotto tickets, because currently there's 1 month left to claim the 7.8 million Texas Lotto ticket.
Gosh, I wish I had pockets.
No, a winning ticket worth $7.75 million hasn't been claimed as of Tuesday. So this, if you were visiting in Humble, because I think the H is silent, right?
It is.
Yeah,
yes,
so
that's correct.
Humble, so I don't want to piss off our Humble,
viewers.
Viewers, right? Yeah. The deadline to claim the prize is 180 days after drawing, which comes on July 8th at 5 p.m. So you got to make sure. You gotta check your pockets. Come on, people.
Oh, and then what if your kid got it? Oh my god.
Or you washed it in the washing machine?
Could you imagine if you washed it?
Oh
my goodness.
Or you didn't play like me.
And then you think you still won? Oh, like me. Even though you've never been to Humble before, maybe I just did. That would be awesome. Look, Sean said just for Joe.
Where is Humble? or humble. I'm gonna call it humble just because.
Please don't at
please.
us.
So Renee is our guest host. So
She doesn't know. She doesn't
she
know
doesn't
anything.
like.
Nobody knows how to
rest
say
assured.
nobody knows how to say where I live. So
Manor.
No, see, that's wrong too.
Manor.
Maynard.
Maynard.
Is it Manor?
It's Maynard. Like the state and then Maynard.
Manor.
So this story comes from Ontario, our friends up north, and so I thought I would share this. I thought it was kind of funny, and I don't know if I would have helped myself. I like animals, but there's certain animals that I'm like,
Some that you would yeet off your
I'm
fence.
Like, yeah, exactly. So this officer rescues a skunk from a McFlurry cup.
No. Mm-mm.
So let's see if we can play it here.
I would.
Look.
No, because then the little ungrateful would spray me.
Oh, and then run.
Oh, then he said boop. He said boop.
Look, there you go. Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Oh,
he's gonna do it.
That must be a slow day. And
boy, that white boy was fast, y'all.
Tail up and everything.
He was out of there. He eated himself.
Let's watch it again. So we're gonna do some play-by-play. The skunk is lost.
Let's help this poor cat.
He's like beat-bopping. Oh,
He's
look,
bopping.
see, he could have had it. Why didn't he get it?
And it's like,
And he's got like extra long white in there in that tail. I've never seen. Maybe I've never seen one that close.
this is a Canadian skunk there.
Jeez.
Oh,
boy, he was gone.
Oh, look at that bounty man.
why isn't he wearing his hat?
He was gone.
I know. Where's his little?
Harry said, Ed McMahon will show up at your door to say jokes on you. Look at Sean. He said, no, Sean would not rescue. And then he said, or Jamie.
I'm gonna move into Ontario because if that's the most excitement that they have, or maybe they need to come down here and get my Telus raccoon ticket.
They wouldn't tell you no.
They would not.
I mean, it took its own tail and ate it for dinner.
So I'm going to tell you, if you plan to go to Maine for your summer vacation, be careful about going to the beach because there's a substance that was being found on people's feet, like making them turn black.
Oh, hell no.
An ocean researcher said the mysterious black substance that has been staining the feet of visitors to Maine beaches is actually the crust remains of tiny insects.
Nasty.
Okay.
So,
oh no. And then you went to bed with those feet. Oh, help us all.
Oh no, they got in their car. Good grief.
What's on Gal Gadot's armpit? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
What's that commercial for?
It's a movie mistake.
Oh, okay.
She forgot to shave that day.
Yeah.
The York County Parks and Recreation Department said on its website that Department of Environmental Protection officials were investigating after multiple visitors to southern Maine beaches reported the bottoms of their feet had been stained by a black substance that was difficult to wash off. The substance was initially thought to be algae, but a recently retired oceanographer from this place examined a sample through a microscope and made a surprising discovery. Much to her surprise, it wasn't some kind of algae or an oil spill like you would expect. It was just a whole bunch of dead bugs in the water.
Nasty.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the bugs were already dead. They didn't embed themselves in there.
No, it was the decaying carcasses of these bugs. Is what it was.
Gross. Thank you, retired sir, for helping us solve
Man, they had
that.
to pull him out of retirement just to figure out.
Yeah.
Don't we have any like scientists that can figure this out? Oceanographers.
That still haven't retired.
Oh my goodness.
So they said that he's actually working with some entomologists to identify the exact insects and determine where they came from. You know, because that's
Hell. They came from hell. We need to go back.
No, they better pay him good because he's already done retired.
Mm-hmm.
Whose feet are those?
I know.
So funny.
Y'all know how much I hate feet? Oh my gosh.
I know, Cindy.
It's awful.
I don't like feet either. Keep
I
them
thought I
away.
would pass on one more thing to make you feel bad about yourself. So,
Thanks.
you know, a lot of times you think that you can do something cool, but this guy actually made a cardboard motorcycle.
Oh my, ridiculous. Sir, they have regular motorcycles, sir.
Right? It's like, why do you have to waste your time doing that? For some reason, it's not pulling up my.
That's so pretty. I like it. It's so realistic.
I was like, where did it go? Come on. There it goes. Here we go. All right. I don't know if we can watch this on YouTube.
Just mute it.
Yeah, we'll just mute it. So
Is that what we learned? We have to mute it. Oh my good grief.
What in the world?
Does it run?
Oh, it's got working
Handlebars.
That looks like something he made with Quick Crate. That subscription that Kate has never made anything from that I paid good money for.
I like the Scotch tape on it still. That looks like something Liberty would make. Hey, I'm gonna make a bike.
Yeah.
Well, you need to tell her. It's like she's got to get to this level.
Level up, Liberty.
So my question is,
why
do the people just get this inspiration like out of the blue? Is that...
How bored are they?
I've never been that inspired, motivated.
Like, why do I want to do that?
I want to know when that light bulb went off. You know what, guys? I'm gonna build a cardboard crotch rocket for myself.
Right. Exactly.
It won't work, but I'll look really cool.
And I won't be able to sit on it. I won't.
Right.
But
I can't take it out in the rain because it'll melt.
Right,
I can't do a whole lot with it.
But I made the news. So,
I mean, that's a couple of levels up above a cardboard fort. I mean, that's
that is a few levels up from a cardboard fort. Yeah, so I definitely agree on that. So
where was that in? Was it in Ontario? Is that another slow news?
Brazil.
It's
close.
The same cop who saved this stuff.
He's just trying any way to go viral. Oh, Tron said they made it just for Sandy. Thanks, Tron.
I bet a cat is sitting on it right now. Cat's like, this used to be a box. This
scratching.
Used to be a box.
For real.
That's a 4th grade kid's homework on fire. Way to go, parents.
Right. I am so glad I'm past the science fair thing, the science project.
You and me both.
Gosh.
Hey Mom, I know this due tomorrow, but I promised that I would do a cardboard motorcycle for my school project.
Oh,
that's
I happen
both
to
of
know
mine.
where we could get inspiration from that. So I would just draw a motorcycle on the cardboard and get it out.
Excellent.
I was like, how hard is that? This guy had to take it. There's always that one parent, right?
There's always one. There's always, we had to do this thing where the kids got a box car, where they had got a box and made it look like a car. And some people made their kids look like a Batmobile. And and all I did is literally get a box and put string on it and do it purple and put sticky flowers on it. And these kids were in a tractor, a green or John Deere. The green John Deere. I'm gonna call it Green John. And then a Batmobile. And then a police car. And I'm like, my poor kid's over here just happy as a clam and her little hippie dude just.
Did you stomp on yours? I don't know what yours was. In a rake. I don't know.
We had overachieving parents one year in our Boy Scouts. So the kids had to do the derby cars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they paid good money for their derby cars. We still won, but still they were professionally you could just tell. And,
right, yeah. They had the fancy graphite and the weights and
and you're like, your little dumb kid didn't make that. You probably got onto him for touching it.
Everybody knows.
Mm-hmm. And they were the rich people.
The dad's taking it way too serious.
We're gonna win, son. We're gonna win.
Yeah. You're gonna run 3 miles if you don't win.
Because if you ain't first, you're last.
Second place is the first loser.
Anita said Elmer's glue. That was a lot of Elmer's glue and
A lot
French
of
tape.
Elmer's glue, yeah.
Look at Sean. He said I got feet.
Showing Sandy the feet.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean. I didn't even know that was an emoji.
Right. Sandy, what do you got going tomorrow?
Great question. Thank you for asking.
Eating.
Yeah. So tune in tomorrow at 9. We'll see if we have some good topic. You know what? It's a mystery.
Oh,
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery topic.
Hey, Rene, what you doing tomorrow?
It's It's a mystery. It's the same. It's a mystery. I may be cutting hair tomorrow. I may be packing. It's a mystery. I don't know.
Nice. So don't forget to watch our sister show on Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Time.
Yes.
The Strange Connection show with their new host. And I think DJ Sound Effects will be back this week. Is that the rumor? Anyways.
That's the rumor, maybe. He might like it too much and stay over there.
We don't know. We try to plug our sister shows, but we don't watch them.
Right.
When I come back, y'all will know. This is
Right.
Sounds good. Wow. It's been fun, y'all.
I know. That was some good headlines.
So, Renee, do you know your outro line?
It's a mystery?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I forgot what it was, too. Here, let me help you.
Just say and remember.
And remember? Okay. Do I say now?
Right. I think Joe's trying to look like for the actual
one. I'm looking it up. I am looking it up. Keep talking. No dead air.
Okay. So, did y'all see this? Y'all have to see that. This is for Jamie, the little skunk.
Yeah.
The skunk emoji. He would have, you know what? I feel like he would have truly enjoyed that that segment, Joe, that news article.
Yeah.
And then look at this. Cholin said, "No, DJ."
I think that cop should get a little bit, at least a donut or
a key to the city.
Something. Give him that Batmobile.
Right.
Man, he's a true hero, a true Canadian hero.
I'm sure that little skunk's family is grateful that she didn't come back looking like that with the cup in her head.
This is way too far back, y'all.
Joe, I just said, and remember. That's just easier.
Don't forget.
Okay. Right.
Look at us. We're three brains and we can't even think.
Well, I ate too much. Can't think right.
Okay. Well, just start with, whatever.
And remember.
And remember, yeah. All right, y'all. It's been fun. And it's been real fun.
It's been real.
But it ain't been real fun. Wait. Don't listen.
No. No. You need another nap.
I do. Well, actually, I was like, I need to take a nap. And then I was like, I can only take a 15-minute nap. That sucks.
Oh. CPJ said he should get a milk bath since he's a trooper. Dad jokes. If my lovely assistant was watching, he would have loved that one.
Right, he would have. All right, Renee, go ahead.
What do I say? And remember,
be kind.
And rewind.
And rewind.
I think it's something about
make friends.
Make new friends.
Be kind and rewind.
Okay. Wait. You know what? Let me just do this here.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for being on here.
There we go.
It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know?